Class of 1981. Colin Sievers. Colin, thanks for coming. Dan Brattland. So let's start with this, you guys. Walking into this gym, what is this, being in here, what does this make you think of? Does this take you back in time? Any specific memories?
You know, it does. I had not been back in here for a long time until my daughter was in high school and played some games in here. So I went to 20 years without coming to this gym. And walking in here, I do recall the bleachers being full with the band, the cheerleaders up here on the deck, or the dance team. Mm-hmm. Oh. It was, they had it up there, and it was lively, and I have some fond memories, and I have some not very fond memories. We had a group called the Army, and they would come to our games, they're dressed up like the Army, and they were rowdy, and most of it positive. Yeah. That's for me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's one of those things where it's just such a surreal feeling to always come back into the blue, you know, and you walk in here and it feels so comfortable, and we spent so much time here. And, you know, one of the memories that I have, and I think I was a senior, and I was sitting on the bleachers down there, there was some drill going on, and there was this kid running around down here, okay, which happened to be Kevin, and I said, that guy is going to be really good. And that's one of the memories I have. And you know what?
Yeah. I was in this gym all the time.
You were probably a second, fifth grader. I don't know. You were young.
What grade did you
When did you graduate?
Well, when your senior year, I was a sixth grader.
Yeah, sixth grade.
And you had long hair and you're running around. I said, that kid's going to be a great player. And I was sitting, I don't think, maybe next to Brett Bothwell, and he's like, yeah, you're right. You know, so those are the kind of memories that I have. I have more memories of the hard practices that we had in being here every day than I almost do of some of the games.
Or sneaking into this gym on the weekends. I mean, I think somebody else said we invented the kicking of that door to get in here. Okay, that was sort of, we got it from Valley West Movie Theater. Right. We used to sneak in the back of Valley West by kicking the door. We wondered if it would work up there just to get into this gym. So we invented that, just so you know.
So let me say this, and I'm glad you're bringing it up, Dan, because your class was kind of just a little bit spicy, a little bit rowdiness.
Yeah.
Would you say a little bit different than say the 80 crew and definitely the 82 crew?
Yeah. And we were a little bit rambunctious. Yes. I think one time Coach said to us, he said, you know, you guys, settle down. I don't want any more hanging on the rim, trying to dunk, let's just play basketball. Next thing I know, right out of that play, initials, you know, DK went up there and hung on the rim like this, and we're going, oh my God, we're going to have to do crushers or killers for the rest of the night.
It was at that rim right there, and I was sitting down here, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. And Coach walked up to him, 2 words, walked out of the gym, that was it. Next day he came back in, no problem, let's play basketball. And that's how it was handled.
What were the 2 words? No sweatbands.
Right. We don't know what he said to DK, but yeah, Dan came in with sweatbands in 7th grade on my dad's travel team, and we're like, who's this guy? He had 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and that's where it all started. So,
I like the wristbands, the high socks. I remember Coach saved me a couple times during school. I was kind of a troublemaker in the classroom too. Yeah. And I was going to detention, or I was going to, my 3rd detention, I'm going to have to miss practice, and I got to sit in his classroom for a while. He saved me, and so thank you, Coach, for that. So I didn't miss practice. So, but to your point, we were a free-spirited group.
But I watched one of your videos the other day, and you were talking about popping the door of the gym, like popping it, and it popped open. And just so you know, we loosened that up about 6 years prior to that. That's why it popped open.
You guys want to thank you right now.
Well, the custodian group knew us, and I think Coach said in one of the newspaper articles of that season, when we started the season, I think 9-0, and we had held, I think there was a stat that we had held teams to the lowest point margin in 11-year history of Jefferson. We were a run and gun team, and the one quote that Coach said in the paper who says, these guys are gym rats. I just remember thinking, a gym rat. We were just we were undersized. Very few of us played basketball in college. I think Colin had a stint in college, that's about it. So we just grinded away, and then when our coach taught us how to actually play defense, that's when we became a good team.
So when
Yeah.
Coach Evans and Coach Lynch.
Coach Evans and Lynch
Yeah.
taught, they came up with this 2-3 defense like what Syracuse is known for now.
Right.
We could literally shut down teams with it. When we had a bad shooting night, we knew we could fall back on our defense.
Right.
And that's what kept us in games. It's what got us to the state tournament. It was that, specifically, that 2-3 defense.
So, okay, so I kind of remember that from you guys, that 81 year, as far as run and gun. Was it kind of hard? Did you feel like maybe you were outside the box a little bit of the norm of a Jefferson team? Could you guys, because you weren't, Jefferson
doubt.
was never really a run and gun type of situation.
In 7th grade, my brother had won the state championship in '76 with Lingenfelter, Hutchison, that team. The team before them, very talented. They were 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", athletes, multi-sport athletes on that 75 team. 76 team, they were basketball players, talented, had size, had speed. We didn't realize our potential. We were confident, we were cocky, but I think Coach would always bring us back to earth to say, you have to learn how to play within yourselves if you're going to actually do something. So we were underdogs. We were not picked. Richfield with a guy by the name of Brian Amon, one of the best players in the state. We had a big game. We were ranked 7. They were ranked 5. I remember Coach said, Dan, see what you can do to stop him. And I would tip his elbow. Colin's dad taught me in 7th grade all the tricks. And one thing he learned is that the hand is quicker to the eye. And he would teach me, this guy's a shooter. Brian Amon was 6'2", I'm 5'10". So every time he went up, his arm was right in front of me. And I'd tip his elbow, and he's yelling at the refs.
Yeah.
But still, they were a better team, and we lost. So we were underdogs most of that season.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that was interesting was when we came into the season, okay, so we were practicing against Jimmy Lingenfelter, Jeff Evans, Mike Lynch, Scott Brown, and Vidmar, right? Every single day. So, and that was a really good basketball team, way more physical, way more structured than we were. And, I think we learned a lot from them as far as how to, come out, get the business done, how to learn to play defense, how to play in structure. So although we got this kind of rap that we were a little bit out there, we played against these guys. And now you come into the next season and you got Chris McGowan coming back, right? And nobody else, right? And no one else has really played any stint of varsity. So I think that's when I don't think anybody thought we'd ever make it to the state tournament.
Yeah. That's my memory. It's kind of a surprise.
Right.
At the end of the season.
Right.
Undersized, wanted to play fast, had
Right.
some spiciness, some flavor,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Rambunctiousness, if you
Right.
want to call it
Yeah.
that, Dan.